Welcome back to the catch up here on Cris Cyborg's YouTube channel. I am James Lynch. She is Cris Cyborg. Cris, how are you this afternoon?
I'm great, James. Excited for my next fight, training, and relax and same thing.
Yeah, and we'll start there first, actually. What did you get up to this past weekend? We did UFC 295. We'll talk about that in a sec, but what did you get up to?
So this weekend, I go pick it up with Canelo because he was in camp training for 4 weeks. Learning behavior, listen. It was really cool. And then we just learned everything he learned. It's amazing. And yeah, I just relaxed. I watched the fights too, the UFC in the weekend. It was a great weekend.
It was a very good card, and we have a new light heavyweight champion, of course, and that wouldn't have mattered because the title was vacant. We have Alex Pereira knocking out Jiri Prochazka. Cris, pretty incredible. Alex Pereira's got 11 MMA fights. He's won 2 world titles now. What did you think of his knockout win over Jiri Prochazka?
No, Alex have a lot of experience in the strike, and he's a really hard punch. He can KO anybody, and it was very impressive, and it was a great fight.
It certainly was, and that wasn't the only Brazilian who got a knockout win. Jessica Andrade knocked out Mackenzie Dern. What did you think of that? She was a big underdog going into the fight.
Jessica really fight smart. She's really did the game and plan right. Keep stand up the fight, have some opportunity to Mackenzie try to take her down. But she kept the plan, Mackenzie Dern, I think she is still trying to figure out her training. I think she's putting together. Mackenzie Dern, I think she's trying to find what's the plan to the fight. I think when she's going to the fight, have the game plan and put together, she can be, the best in the world and then win a lot of fights. I wish the best for her. I think it's tough when you lose, but you learn a lot of things, and for sure she's gonna come back strong.
Switching over to Bellator, we'll talk about the Bellator card that we have coming up this weekend. But obviously, Usman Nurmagomedov, you were on the same card as him, Bellator 300. He tests positive for a banned substance. This was a prescription that he did not disclose with the commission. Just your reaction to that. I know you did chime in and mention about how often you get tested. What was your thoughts on that?
I don't know enough about the situation of him, from really comment, but I saw my colleague say he was really needed a TUE, and there was prescription from the doctor. But I know the commission gave it to him like 6 months, I think, suspended. But I don't think it's right keeping him in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're going to deal with this, but I'm not in the tournament. But I was thinking like AJ get out of the tournament because of the injury. So now Usman get out of the tournament. Maybe this fight can happen, Then I'm very excited. I think a lot of people are excited for this fight, Usman against AJ.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a great suggestion. Get AJ McKee back in there because he's one of the top names for sure. Bellator, I mentioned it there, Bellator Chicago. Patchy mix, Sergio Pettis. What a fight this is. Which way are you leaning on this one, Cris? Because this is an incredible bantamweight fight.
No, this is a great fight. But I didn't know Sergio Pettis can deal with the takedowns from the mixed. I think he's the best welterweight in the world, and I believe he's gonna win the fight. And I pick mixed.
I'm also going Patchy mix in this fight. I'm with you. I think he's either the best or one of the best in the world. We'll find out, how good he looks on Saturday against Sergio Pettis, but that's an incredible fight. Big fan of Patchy mix. Excited to see him compete against Sergio Pettis. Switching over to PFL, bit of weird news last week. Julia Budd out of her fight, not an injury or anything, something to do with her contract, and in steps Aspen Ladd, who will be taking on Kayla Harrison. Just first, your thoughts on Aspen stepping in, and who do you think wins that fight with her and Kayla?
I was really excited to see Kayla Harrison against Julia Budd. Julia was for a long time being champion. I was excited to see the fight. But, I saw she's the girl did the close fight to Larissa Pacheco was really good too. So I don't know what's going to happen. But, against Aspen Ladd, she's both grappling. Kayla Harrison and Aspen is a grappling. But I believe Kayla have a better grappling. So I'm going with Kayla this fight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I slightly lean Kayla as well, but Aspen's actually, had fights in the UFC. She's pretty big. She was a big bantamweight, so we'll see how she does fighting Kayla up there at 155. Let's go with our Portuguese saying of the week. It's getting cold here in Vancouver. I'm sure it's not that cold in California, but how would you say, I need a winter jacket? How would I say that in Portuguese?
Eu
preciso
de jaqueta
de
frio.
Okay, let's try that again. It sounded like I got it right, but I have to say it all at once. So, eu
Preciso
Preciso
de jaqueta
de jaqueta
de inverno.
de inverno.
Yes.
Cool.
Because I was saying cold, I didn't say winter. So inverno.
Gotcha. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I can
Yeah.
understand that for sure. More importantly, Chris, we got some news. Tickets go on sale today for your boxing fight against Kelsey Wickstrum, ranked number 3 in the U.S. Got to make sure we point that out. You're fighting a really good opponent here. Where can people find information on the tickets and anything else you want to mention to our fans about your OnlyFans and CrisCyborg.com? Might as well tie all that in there at once. So we'll just talk about the tickets first and then anything else you got going on.
No, I'm very excited to my next boxing fight. Really, when I did my first fight, I didn't know it's gonna open a lot of doors, and I'm really happy about this. And today is a perfect day for the ticket sale. It's a birthday to my dad. I want to shout out for my dad. I love you,
Nice.
and wish a happy birthday to you. And I'm very excited to fight Kelsey. And I was saying the last podcast when I talked to you, she was number 3 in the world, but no, she's number 3 in the USA. And I know it's going to be an exciting fight. Thank you for Pechanga Resort Casino for making this fight happen and this event to be possible. And you guys can go to get the tickets, CrisCyborg.com. I'm very excited.